have everything in place for this batch. This is my second try for the Oasis Swirl for the May Soap Challenge Club. This pattern was created by Edgar. He's amazing. Anyway, so I'm going to do a lemon bar fragrance, and this was actually going to be like the first one. This is going to be 2 different batches. Same thing, I'm going to do the Oasis Swirl, and I haven't cut in. I mean, you'll see this, the other one, I haven't cut into that one yet because I'm making 2 sets of them today. So I'm going to do the same thing, different fragrance, different colors, because I want to make 3 total batches. Anyway, so this is number 2. I'm going to be using a lemon bar fragrance from Brambleberry. I'm going to be using 4 different colors. I'll actually have 5 different colors total because I'll have one that's not colored. I'm going to be using, I've got, let's see, Yellow Baby Duck and Golden Pineapple. Those are both from Wholesale Supplies Plus. I've got Copper Mica from Brambleberry, and then Bronze Brown from Nurture Soap. And I do not have the dividers, so last night I made some. I actually made 2 sets. So I made some, and they worked really well the last batch that I did earlier today, which you'll already have seen the video on that. So anyway, hopefully I can move a little bit faster. Things as far as the pour went, things went really well. It just took longer than I thought, and I kept kind of running into things. So this is a second go at it, and hopefully it'll go a little bit smoother. It wasn't bad, but a little bit smoother this time around. And then the second loaf, using the rest of fragrance, same colors, is just going to be the gradient pour on a sidewall pour. So that'll be the next loaf using the same thing. Anyway, with this, we have to do an experience category. You have to do 2 gradient pours on the outside, and then the inside has to have 3 different colors. So I keep going back and forth because I don't know if I want to do the gradient pour using those 2 colors, or if I want to do the gradient pour using those 2 colors and have it in the middle, because I want it to have kind of a lemon cake, lemon bar type look. The color, the fragrance does discolor to a light tan, which would really go with any of them. So I'm going to think about it as I'm mixing, and then we'll just go from there. So once I have this emulsified, I'm going to divide it into thirds, and then I will divide the middle part into thirds again, and then the outside part, each one will get split 70-30. So depending on which way I mix the colors, the gradient, the colored part would be like 30% of the actual the batter, and then the uncolored part would be 70%. So let's go ahead and get started. Fingers crossed that things go well. to cut into this one. This is my second try for the May Soap Challenge Club. And look at the top and then look at the bottom. Isn't that awesome? I love how that happened. I didn't get that on the first one, so I'm really excited how that turned out. So hopefully the inside will be as cool as that first one I tried. Now, if you watched the first one I tried, the Black Raspberry Vanilla, you'll know that there was a major crisis that was thankfully averted. And I don't know if you'll be able to see in the camera, but long story short, I had these in the oven to cold process oven process, and my daughter was making cookies the next day because I'd leave them in there for 24 hours, but not the usual oven that she makes cookies in. But anyway, she turned on the oven to 350, and that's a big no-no when you have soap in there. So I did have, the tops got very, very hot, but thankfully they were cold in the oven, and then they had the boxes to insulate them. So I do have some kind of wonky edges on here because if things get too hot, there's something, it's called alien brains, where they'll kind of like bubble up. So I have just on the edges, I did trim them just a little tiny bit on this. So not a big deal. It's still going to be totally fine. And thankfully nothing worse happened, because that could have been, it could have ruined, I had actually 4 loaves of soap in there. It could have ruined all of them. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and cut these open so they look like.